Have you ever felt unsure about whether someone truly loves you? Maybe they say the words, but something feels missing. Well, today I'm going to share 5 hidden signs that reveal someone's real feelings for you, so you can stop guessing and start knowing. Have you ever found yourself wondering if someone really loves you? Maybe they say the words, maybe they smile at you, but deep down there's that little voice asking, do they really care? And the truth is, love isn't always obvious. It's rarely the grand gestures you see in movies. It's not just about flowers or romantic texts. Real love is subtle. It's in the way someone notices the things most people overlook, the way they remember what makes you laugh or what makes you nervous. It's in the little details, those tiny moments that might seem insignificant on the surface, but when you pay attention, they tell you everything you need to know. Think about the last time someone really cared about you. Did they ask about your day in a way that made you feel heard? Did they notice the small things like your favorite coffee or the way you tilt your head when you're thinking? That's not coincidence. That's attention. And attention is one of the first signs of genuine love. Someone who truly loves you invests not just their time, but their focus. They remember the things that matter to you without you even asking. And that, my friend, is powerful. Because in a world where so many people are distracted, someone noticing the small things about you is a silent way of saying, you matter to me more than I can even put into words. And here's the thing, love isn't about perfection. It's not about grand statements or empty promises. It's about presence. It's about consistency. Someone who truly cares doesn't just appear when it's convenient. They show up, they check in, they adjust their life to make space for yours, not out of obligation, but because they genuinely want to. They want to be there for you through the easy days and the hard ones because they see you, really see you, and they value you. So as we start exploring these hidden signs, remember this, love is revealed in actions more than words. It's in the subtle, often overlooked moments that most people miss. If you learn to see these little gestures, you won't have to wonder anymore. You'll know. And that clarity, that understanding can change the way you see your relationships forever. Now, let's talk about something that most people overlook but is incredibly telling, how someone prioritizes you in their life. Because here's the thing, anyone can say I love you, but love isn't about words. It's about how someone treats you when life gets busy, when work is piling up, when their friends or family need attention. Do they still find a way to make time for you? Do they check in, even if it's just a simple message saying, I'm thinking about you? That's where love quietly shows itself. It's not about grand gestures or dramatic declarations. It's about consistency and effort. Someone who truly cares will carve out space in their life for you, not because they have to, but because being with you matters to them. They will rearrange plans, make sacrifices, and adjust their schedule, not to prove anything, but because they genuinely want to be part of your world. That's the subtle magic of love. It doesn't scream, it shows up every single day in ways that are sometimes invisible to everyone else but mean everything to you. Another hidden sign is how they celebrate your wins. Real love isn't competitive. A person who loves you isn't threatened when you succeed. They cheer for you, they celebrate you, and they feel genuine joy in your happiness. Think about it. If someone truly cares about you, they don't just tolerate your achievements, they rejoice in them. They are proud of you, not because it reflects on them, but because they genuinely feel connected to your joy. That's a rare quality, and when you note it, it speaks volumes about how deep their feelings really run. And here's something many people miss. Love is not always comfortable or easy. It's not just about the good times. Someone who truly loves you will be there during the tough moments too. The late night calls when you're stressed, the quiet presence when you're overwhelmed, the support that comes without being asked. These are the moments that reveal the heart behind the words. It's not dramatic, it's not flashy, but it's honest, and honesty in love is everything. So when you start paying attention to these subtle signs, how they prioritize you, how they celebrate your successes, how they stand by you during challenges, you begin to see a pattern. It's not one big gesture. It's a series of small, consistent actions that together say, you matter to me. I see you. I'm here for you. And once you notice these signs, once you truly observe them, the uncertainty fades. You begin to understand that love isn't something you have to guess about. It's something you experience quietly, deeply, in the way someone shows up for you every single day. Now, let's dive into another sign that often gets overlooked, yet it's so telling, how someone supports you through challenges. Life isn't perfect. You have bad days, stressful moments, times when nothing seems to go right. And it's easy for anyone to show up when things are easy, when you're laughing, when everything is going smoothly. But love is revealed in those moments when life gets messy. Someone who truly cares will be there, not just physically, but emotionally. They will listen without judgment, offer comfort without needing recognition, and stand by you without keeping score. That's love in its quiet, unassuming form. It's in the patience, the understanding, the willingness to be present even when it's inconvenient. Another hidden sign is how they accept you fully. And I mean really accept you. The messy parts, the flaws, the things you wish you could hide. Love isn't about changing someone to fit an ideal. True love encourages growth, but it doesn't demand perfection. Someone who loves you will see the real you with all your strengths and insecurities and still choose you. They don't just tolerate your quirks, they embrace them. They don't just love the best version of you. They love you as you are right now. And that acceptance is one of the most profound ways love quietly speaks to your heart. Think about it. When someone notices the little things, prioritizes you, celebrates your wins, supports you during challenges, and accepts you fully, these aren't just actions, they're a pattern, a language of love. It's subtle, yes, but it's powerful. And once you start recognizing these patterns, you stop wondering if someone truly cares. You start to see it clearly. You start to feel it in the way they consistently show up for you. So here's the takeaway. Love isn't always loud. It doesn't always make headlines or Instagram posts. It often whispers, it often nudges, and it often shows up in moments that feel small but mean everything. If you pay attention, if you notice the little things, you'll find clarity, understanding, and maybe even peace in knowing that you're truly seen, truly valued, and truly loved. And one more thing before we finish, remember that love is not just about what someone gives you. It's also about what they inspire in you. The right person will encourage your growth, make you feel safe to be yourself, and celebrate your life alongside you. That's the kind of love that lasts, the kind that transforms not only your heart, but the way you see yourself and the world around you. So next time you ask yourself, do they really love me? Look for these hidden signs. Pay attention to actions over words, presence over promises, care over convenience. When you do, you'll finally be able to answer that question with confidence. You'll know. And the beautiful thing is, once you see it, you'll never have to wonder again. Now, here's something really important to understand. Love isn't just about the moments when everything feels good. It's about how someone makes you feel secure, valued, and understood, even when the world is chaotic. Think about it for a second. When someone truly loves you, they create a space where you can be yourself without fear of judgment. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to hide. You don't have to edit your personality to make them comfortable. That sense of safety is one of the most underrated signs of genuine love, yet it tells you more than any words ever could. And here's the thing, true love encourages growth, not control. Someone who truly cares for you doesn't try to change you into what they want. They don't demand that you fit a mold or act a certain way. Instead, they see your potential, they support your goals, and they cheer you on while loving exactly who you are today. That balance between acceptance and encouragement is rare, but when you notice it, it's unmistakable. You feel it in how they listen, in the way they celebrate your wins, and even in how they patiently walk with you through your mistakes. Another hidden sign is in how they handle disagreements or conflict. Love isn't love if it disappears when things get tough. The person who loves you will communicate, not just argue. They will seek understanding rather than winning, and they will work with you to find solutions instead of leaving you alone in the stress. Their approach isn't perfect, but their intention is clear. They want to grow with you, not against you. That level of commitment and emotional maturity is incredibly revealing. And finally, the subtle yet powerful truth is that love shows itself in consistency. Words can be empty, promises can be forgotten, but actions repeated over time tell the real story. When someone consistently shows up for you, when they remember what matters to you, when they make time for you, celebrate you, support you, and accept you fully, that's when you know this is genuine. And the beauty of it is, once you recognize these patterns, you don't have to guess anymore. You can feel confident in understanding their heart, and that clarity is liberating. So, if you find yourself questioning someone's feelings, stop looking for grand gestures or dramatic declarations. Start paying attention to the quiet, subtle ways they show they care. Look for the little things, the attentiveness, the support, the acceptance, the consistency. When you see these signs, when you feel them in your everyday interactions, you'll know. And once you know, everything changes. Not just how you see them, but how you see yourself, your worth, and your capacity to receive love fully and without doubt. And now, let's bring everything together. Love is rarely as obvious as we hope, but it's never hidden if you know where to look. It's not in the loud declarations or dramatic gestures. It's in the small, consistent actions, the little choices someone makes every day that show you matter to them. When someone notices the details about your life, when they make time for you even in their busy world, when they celebrate your victories and support you through challenges, when they accept you fully for who you are, that's when love speaks clearly. These are the hidden signs, the quiet messages that say, without words, I see you, I value you, I care about you. The thing about love is it's not just about being loved, it's about being recognized truly for everything that makes you you. And that recognition transforms how you feel about yourself. When someone loves you in these subtle, meaningful ways, it doesn't just make you feel special, it makes you feel safe, it makes you feel seen, and it makes you understand that real love isn't fleeting or superficial. It's built in the everyday moments, in the care that might seem ordinary, but when you pay attention, it's extraordinary. And here's the most important part. Once you learn to recognize these signs, you stop guessing, you stop doubting. You start trusting your instincts and your feelings, and that clarity gives you freedom. Freedom to appreciate love when it's right in front of you. Freedom to walk away from what isn't serving you, and freedom to experience relationships that are authentic, deep, and lasting. Because life is too short to settle for anything less than someone who shows up consistently, thoughtfully, and wholeheartedly. So, here's my challenge for you. Start noticing. Look for these signs in the people around you. Observe the way someone treats you when no one's watching. Pay attention to the actions, the small gestures, the way they make you feel. And then ask yourself, do I feel truly valued? Do I feel truly seen? If the answer is yes, treasure it. And if not, know that you deserve someone who does. Love is not a guessing game, it's a language. And once you learn to read it, everything changes. Remember, the right love doesn't need to be loud. It doesn't need to be dramatic. It simply needs to be real. And when you find that, when you recognize it, it will change the way you feel, the way you relate, and the way you live. You'll finally understand what it means to be truly loved and to truly love in return. And that's the beautiful thing. Love is all around you, often in the places you least expect. And once you start seeing it, you'll never see your relationships the same way again. And before we finish, I want you to take a moment and really reflect on something. Love isn't just about the person you're with. It's also about how you see yourself in that relationship. Someone who truly loves you doesn't just make you feel good in the moment. They help you grow. They help you feel confident in your worth, and they remind you of your value even when you doubt it. That's a powerful thing because the right love doesn't only touch your heart, it shapes your life, your choices, and your perspective. Notice how these hidden signs often go unnoticed because they're quiet, subtle, and unassuming. But the truth is, the quiet gestures are the ones that matter most. When someone sacrifices small comforts for your happiness, when they listen instead of judge, when they encourage instead of criticize, these are the moments that define love. And when you start seeing these consistently, when you really pay attention, you'll realize something incredible. Love isn't just about finding the right person. It's about recognizing them when they're right in front of you. And this is where clarity changes everything. Once you start understanding these signs, you begin to see relationships differently. You stop wasting time wondering if someone cares. You stop overthinking texts, gestures, or conversations. You start focusing on the people who show up authentically, consistently, and wholeheartedly. That clarity gives you freedom. The freedom to invest in someone who truly deserves your heart, and the freedom to walk away from what doesn't. So, here's my final thought for you. Keep your eyes open, pay attention, and trust your instincts. Real love doesn't need to be loud. It doesn't need to demand attention. It simply shows up quietly, consistently, and with genuine care. And when you learn to notice it, to understand it, to appreciate it, everything about your relationships changes. You start to recognize who truly values you, who truly supports you, and who truly loves you. Not just with words, but with every little action that speaks volumes. Remember, you deserve to be seen, to be valued, and to be loved fully. And when you find that, when you recognize it in the quiet, subtle ways, you'll finally know what real, meaningful love feels like. And it will transform your life forever. And here's something I want you to really take in. Love isn't about guessing games or constant doubt. It's not about testing someone to see if they really care or waiting for dramatic gestures to prove their feelings. Real love is consistent, patient, and present. It's in the little things, the daily moments, the gestures that often go unnoticed but mean everything. When someone truly loves you, they show up even when it's inconvenient, even when it's not glamorous. and even when no one else is watching. That's the kind of love that stands the test of time. Think about how often we look for love in all the wrong places. Grand declarations, flashy dates, social media posts. But the truth is, love thrives quietly in the background, in actions that don't demand attention. It's in the way they check on you when you're stressed, in how they laugh at your jokes even when no one else does, in how they respect your boundaries while still making you feel wanted. These are not small things. They are the language of love. And when you start paying attention, you'll realize how much it speaks. And here's the thing. Love also mirrors your self-worth. The way someone treats you tells you exactly how they value you. If someone truly loves you, they see your potential. They celebrate your victories. They accept your flaws, and they stand beside you in the hard times. They don't just love the idea of you. They love the real, imperfect, amazing human being that you are. And when you recognize that, it changes everything. You start to see your own value more clearly, and you start attracting the kind of love that lifts you up rather than holding you down. So, I want you to take a moment and imagine what it would feel like to be with someone who truly notices the small things, consistently prioritizes you, supports you through challenges, celebrates your successes, and accepts you fully. Imagine the peace, the clarity, the joy of being with someone who doesn't just say they care, but proves it every day in ways that speak louder than words. That is the kind of love that transforms not just your relationships, but your entire life. And remember this, life is too short to settle for less than that. Don't waste your energy on people who don't show up consistently, who don't see your value, or who make you question your worth. Pay attention to the hidden signs, trust your instincts, and honor yourself by choosing love that's authentic, real, and steady. Because once you recognize, once you embrace it, everything changes. Your confidence grows, your happiness grows, and your relationships evolve into something truly extraordinary. And now, as we wrap this up, I want you to really let this sink in. Love is not complicated, it's not a mystery, and it's certainly not about guessing games. The signs have always been there, you just needed to pay attention. Real love is quiet, consistent, and patient. It shows up in ways that feel natural, in ways that make you feel safe, valued, and understood. It's in the gestures that might seem small at first, but when you notice them over time, they speak louder than any words ever could. Think about it. Someone who truly loves you will notice the little things, prioritize you without making it feel like a chore, support you when life gets hard, celebrate your victories as if they were their own, and accept you completely for who you are, flaws and all. These are the hidden signs that reveal the truth behind the words. And here's the thing. Once you see them, once you recognize them, your entire perspective on love changes. You no longer have to wonder, no longer have to feel anxious, no longer have to question your worth. You simply know. And let me remind you of something very important. You deserve this kind of love. You deserve someone who shows up consistently, who celebrates you, who lifts you up, and who truly values you for the incredible person you are. Settling for anything less is a disservice to yourself. So pay attention, trust your instincts, and recognize these signs when they appear. Because love isn't something you chase. It's something you recognize, something you allow into your life when it's authentic and real. And finally, remember this, the right love doesn't just make life sweeter, it transforms it. It gives you clarity, it gives you confidence, and it gives you the freedom to be fully yourself. When you notice these hidden signs, when you see love in its authentic form, everything changes, not just the way you feel about someone else, but the way you feel about yourself, the way you approach life, and the way you experience joy, connection, and fulfillment. So take these insights, carry them with you, and apply them in your life. Look for the actions, not just the words. Value the consistency, the support, the acceptance, and most importantly, trust that you are worthy of love that sees you, values you, and cherishes you fully. Because once you recognize it, you'll never have to question love again. You'll simply know, and that knowing will change everything. And as we bring this to a close, I want you to take a deep breath and really let this message sink in. Love is all around you, often in ways that are quiet, subtle, and sometimes easy to miss. But when you know what to look for, when you pay attention to the little things, the gestures, the care, the consistency, you begin to see the truth clearly. And that clarity is powerful. It gives you confidence, it gives you peace, and it gives you the freedom to embrace love fully, without fear or doubt. Remember, the right person doesn't just tell you they love you. They show it in ways that matter, in ways that are meaningful, and in ways that are consistent. They notice the details, prioritize you, support you through challenges, celebrate your victories, and accept you completely for who you are. These are the hidden signs, the actions that speak louder than words, and they are the proof that love is real, authentic, and transformative. So, if you're wondering whether someone truly cares for you, stop overthinking and start observing. Watch for these signs, trust your instincts, recognize the patterns, because when you do, you no longer have to question or doubt. You simply know, and knowing is everything. And finally, I want you to remember this. You deserve love that is real, love that is consistent, love that lifts you up, and love that celebrates the incredible person you are. Don't settle for anything less. Pay attention, trust yourself, and open your heart to the love that's waiting for you, the love that sees you, values you, and cherishes you fully. Because once you recognize it, once you allow it into your life, everything changes. Your confidence, your happiness, your relationships, and even the way you see yourself will be transformed. And that, my friend, is the kind of love that lasts a lifetime. So go forward, notice the signs, embrace love, and never forget your worth. You are deserving, you are valued, and you are capable of experiencing love that truly changes your life.